Feeling sick is the worst. You're just lacking energy and everything hurts and all you want to do is just lay in bed. But sometimes you just gotta get up and fight the sickness away. So if you're feeling under the weather or just down and low, I'm going to show you a very minimal way to look your best even though you're really feeling your worst. Now let's go ahead and get started. First things first, I'm evening out my face with a creamy concealer. This one is from OCC, and I'm just going to use my clean finger and just pretty much push the product into the skin just to warm it up and blend it flawlessly. And I'm really going to focus the application on the parts where I get the most red. So usually that's around the nose area and around the mouth area, especially when I'm sick. And don't forget to show your blemishes some love as well. Next is under eye concealer. Whether or not you have dark under eye circles, it's really important to brighten that area, especially when you're sick, because it really helps you look more awake. Here I'm using my Smashbox BB Cream Eyes in the shade Light. This is definitely lighter than my skin tone just to help brighten, and I'm just going to blend it out with my fingers once again. I don't know how I feel about this product just yet, but I love the fact that it's very lightweight and has SPF. And then I'm just going to set that under eye area with this banana shade from the Anastasia contour kit with my F65 brush from Sigma. And then to set the concealer from the beginning and just blend everything out, I'm using my Smashbox Halo Perfecting Powder. And I love this powder so much. It's not a powder foundation, so it's definitely a light wash of color. I love this powder. It keeps my face natural looking and very skin-like, and it doesn't make it overly matte, and it still controls the oil. With that same fluffy kabuki brush from Eco Tools, I am buffing this bronzer from MAC. This is called Delphic, just on the places where the sun would normally hit my face. To bring back some life to my face, I'm applying some blush onto my cheeks, and I chose a pinky coral color. This is Blissful from Tarte, and I chose this color just because I know this complements my skin tone the most. And then finally for the face, I'm adding just a dash of this MAC Global Glow highlighter onto the tops of my cheeks. Moving on to the eyes, I am priming my eyelids first with this NARS primer. This will just keep the shadows intact, especially with those watery eyes. For the brows, I'm first creating a guideline with Anastasia's brand new Pro Pencil, and this is the darker one out of the two, which is more natural and very appropriate for minimal looks like this, while still keeping your brows looking polished. And then to fill in my brows, I'm using my very oldly packaged Anastasia Brow Powder Duo in the shade Dark Brown with my MAC 266 brush. For the shadows, I'm just using my Naked Basics palette, so I'm taking the color Foxy and applying this onto my lids up to the brow bone with a flat shader brush. I'm picking up the color Naked 2 on the tip of my Makeup Geek blending brush and sweeping this back and forth on my crease as a transition shade. And then I'm dabbing the same brush very lightly onto the color Faint and applying this onto the outer corners of my eyes just to give it some depth. And lastly for the shadows, grab the color Venus on the tip of a flat shader brush and pop this on the inner corners and just blend it out with your fingers. Curl your lashes and apply a light, even coat of mascara, preferably something that looks very natural looking on your lashes. This one is the Lovable Lash Mascara, and I have been loving it. It does a great, phenomenal job at separating the lashes. And if you have watery eyes, totally skip the mascara on the lower lashes. For the lips, I decided to go for a tinted lip balm. This is one of my favorites. This is from Lancome. This is their Balm in Love called Coral Electric. So if you're feeling under the weather, one of the best ways to fight it is to look your best at your worst and say goodbye to sickness. And of course, drink lots of fluids and get better with a smile. See you soon!